In the quiet room where the soul learns to breathe, I lay my tired thoughts on the floor of silence. The world outside keeps knocking with sharp hands, but here, inside, something gentle answers back. Heart's comfort is not a loud promise, not a miracle dressed in shining words. It is a small lamp burning through storms, a steady flame that refuses to die. It lives in pauses between heavy sighs, in the way pain slowly loosens its grip. Like a hand resting on a trembling shoulder, it says, I am here, you are not alone. Heart's comfort walks barefoot through memory, stepping softly over broken days. It does not erase the scars of yesterday, but teaches them how to shine without hurting. I have seen it hiding in simple things. A cup of tea cooling beside a window, a sparrow arguing with the morning sky, the smell of rain touching dry earth. Comfort is the courage to sit with sorrow, to let tears speak without shame. It is knowing darkness is not the enemy, only a room where light is resting. Some nights the heart feels like a battlefield, dreams lying wounded under regret. Yet comfort arrives like a quiet nurse, cleaning wounds with patience, not questions. It hums old songs the soul remembers, songs sung before the world grew sharp. Each note stitches hope back together, thread by thread, breath by breath. Heart's comfort does not rush healing. It respects the pace of pain. It understands that breaking takes seconds, but mending asks for time and faith. I found it once in a stranger's smile, brief, but warm enough to matter. In that moment, the universe whispered, see, kindness still survives here. Comfort is forgiving yourself at midnight, when mistakes replay like cruel echoes. It is saying, I was human, I learned, and letting sleep finally claim your eyes. Sometimes it arrives as silence, not empty, but deeply full. A silence that listens better than words, and never interrupts your truth. Heart's comfort knows the weight of loss, the hollow chair, the unread message. It sits beside grief without trying to fix it, because presence is sometimes the cure. I have carried storms inside my chest, thunder shaking my fragile calm. Yet comfort taught me to become the sky, wide enough to hold both rain and sun. It grows stronger in honest prayer, even when prayer is just a broken sentence. God listens carefully to shattered voices, and comfort arrives like answered patience. There are days when hope feels expensive, when optimism demands too much energy. On those days, comfort lowers the price and says, just breathe. That is enough. Heart's comfort is the art of staying when running feels easier. It holds the door open for tomorrow, even when today has been cruel. It tastes like warmth after long hunger, like rest after miles of exhaustion. It reminds the heart of its own strength, a strength forgotten, never lost. Sometimes comfort wears the face of memory, a loved one laughing in your mind. Their voice becomes a shelter, their love, a permanent address. Other times it comes disguised as routine, waking up, washing hands, tying shoes. Simple acts that quietly declare, life is still moving, so can you. Heart's comfort does not deny pain. It walks straight through it, hand in hand with endurance, teaching the heart how not to shatter. It is the soft permission to rest, without guilt, without explanation. The understanding that survival itself is already a heroic act. I have learned comfort is not perfection, not a life without cracks. It is light learning how to escape through every broken place. Even the loneliest heart has a corner where comfort waits patiently. Like dawn waiting behind the darkest hour, certain, faithful, unavoidable. Heart's comfort whispers when the world screams, you are still worthy of peace. And slowly, painfully, beautifully, the heart begins to believe again. Heart's comfort grows in unseen corners, where courage hides behind tired smiles. It waits where the world forgot to look and blooms quietly, without applause. It understands the language of broken plans, the grammar of almosts and maybes. It does not mock unfinished dreams. It gently asks them to rest and breathe. There is comfort in knowing you tried, even when outcomes turn their backs. The effort itself becomes a soft metal, worn inside, invisible but heavy with pride. Heart's comfort is the patience of dawn, never angry at the stubborn night. It knows darkness has its own reasons, and light arrives when the heart is ready. It sits with unanswered questions without forcing careless answers. Some truths ripen only with waiting, and comfort respects that sacred time. I have felt it during long walks alone, when footsteps became honest prayers. Each step whispered survival, each breath proved endurance. Comfort lives in the act of letting go, not everything, just what hurts too much. It loosens the fist around suffering, teaching the heart how to unclench. Sometimes it comes as laughter, sudden, unexpected, almost guilty. A reminder that joy still remembers you, even if you forgot its address. Heart's comfort is the courage to hope again, after hope once betrayed you. It rebuilds trust slowly, brick by fragile brick. It hides in creative moments, ink bleeding truth onto paper. Pain turns into poetry, and wounds learn to speak beautifully. There is comfort in being understood, even by a page that never judges. Words listen better than most people, and they keep your secrets safe. Heart's comfort is the warmth of belonging, even when standing completely alone. A sense that the universe knows your name and pronounces it with care. It arrives during exhaustion when strength feels like a myth. Comfort then becomes borrowed energy, just enough to stand one more time. It teaches that rest is not surrender, but a strategy for survival. The heart repairs itself in stillness, like soil healing after a storm. Comfort is the acceptance of imperfection, of crooked paths and wrong turns. Every detour taught the heart something. Every fall introduced hidden strength. Heart's comfort holds grief respectfully, never rushing it towards smiles. Loss leaves echoes that deserve space, and comfort provides that sacred room. Sometimes it feels like a memory of faith, even when belief feels distant. A small certainty whispers you were never abandoned. Comfort lives in repetition, sunrise after sunrise. The sky keeps showing up, as if to say, so should you. It is the kindness you offer yourself when no one else notices your effort. A private applause in the soul for simply making it through the day. Heart's comfort knows your limits and does not shame you for them. It celebrates survival without comparison because every battle is different. It finds beauty in slow progress, in tiny steps that seem insignificant. But those steps are bridges, carrying you away from despair. Comfort is learning to trust silence. Not every quiet moment is empty. Some silences are full of healing, working invisibly, patiently. Heart's comfort lives between breaths, in the calm after emotional storms. Says, you endured, and lets relief finally sit down. Even on days when the mirror feels cruel, comfort softens your reflection. It reminds you that tired eyes have witnessed incredible survival. It believes in you on days you cannot, carries your faith when yours collapses. Like a friend holding your dreams, until your hands are steady again. Heart's comfort does not promise forever, but it guarantees now. And sometimes, now is the only miracle you need. At Heart's comfort settles like evening light, soft, forgiving, touching everything gently. It does not question the mess it finds. It simply learns how to live within it. It understands the ache of becoming, the awkward space between who you were and who you are still trying to be. Comfort makes that waiting bearable. There is a quiet bravery in continuing, in waking up despite yesterday's weight. Heart's comfort bows to that courage, even when no one else sees it. It is found in the rhythm of breath, in lungs refusing to quit. Each inhale a small agreement with life, each exhale releasing a fraction of fear. Comfort lives in acceptance without defeat, in saying, this is hard, not this is hopeless. The difference between those sentences is where survival begins. Heart's comfort does not fear the past, though it carries sharp edges. It revisits memories with softer hands, turning wounds into lessons, not chains. Sometimes comfort looks like boundaries, closed doors, and unanswered calls. Protecting the heart is also love, even when it feels like loneliness. It shows up when comparison steals peace, when other lives seem lighter than yours. Comfort whispers, your pace is sacred, and gently redirects your eyes inward. Heart's comfort is choosing kindness, even after being bruised by the world. a refusal to become what hurt you, a quiet victory of the soul. It grows stronger in honesty when you stop pretending to be okay. Truth clears space for healing, and comfort fills the room. I found it once in a long cry, the kind that empties everything. Afterward, there was a strange calm, as if pain had finally been heard. Comfort lives in surrender, not giving up, but letting go of control. Trusting life to carry you sometimes, instead of fighting every current. Heart's comfort is forgiving the body, for being tired, for shaking, for slowing. It thanks the body for enduring, even when the mind was harsh. It reminds you that growth is not linear, that falling back is part of moving forward. Each return teaches resilience. Each restart strengthens resolve. Comfort is the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What now?" The question itself becomes a bridge, leading away from helplessness. Heart's comfort lives in unseen prayers, whispered in bathrooms and dark rooms. God hears even the messiest sentences and answers them with patience. It arrives as clarity after confusion, not all at once, but enough. Just enough understanding to take the next small step. Comfort is knowing you can survive memories, that thinking of the past won't destroy you. It hurts, yes, but pain remembered is pain losing its power. Heart's comfort is the freedom to change without apology, without explanation. You are allowed to outgrow old versions, even if others miss who you were. Teaches the heart to be its own home, safe, warm, accepting. So no matter where you stand, belonging travels with you. Comfort sometimes feels like boredom because chaos is no longer ruling. Peace can feel unfamiliar at first, but it is not empty, it is earned. Heart's comfort stands guard at night when anxiety rehearses worst-case scenes. It gently turns down the volume, saying, "Rest now, you've done enough." It lives in hope without pressure, in dreams that do not demand immediate success. Some dreams just want to exist until the heart is ready to chase them. Comfort is recognizing your own resilience, seeing how much you have already endured. The proof of strength is in survival, not in the absence of pain. Heart's comfort does not rush endings, nor does it fear new beginnings. It trusts the timing of the heart and waits with infinite patience. Heart's comfort moves like a slow river, never loud, never demanding attention. It shapes even the hardest stones by simply refusing to stop flowing. It knows the secret weight of endurance, how surviving quietly can feel invisible. So it celebrates you in whispers, in moments meant just for your soul. Comfort lives in the courage to feel, even when feelings are sharp and wild. Numbness may promise relief, but comfort chooses honest pain and healing. It appears in late-night realizations, when the mind finally tells the truth. Not everything was your fault, not every ending was a failure. Heart's comfort is learning to trust yourself again, after doubting every instinct. It rebuilds confidence gently, like teaching a wounded bird to fly. It exists in the choice to stay soft, in a world that rewards hardness. Soft hearts feel deeper, yes, but they also heal more completely. Comfort understands loneliness intimately, the quiet ache of being unseen. It reminds you that solitude is not emptiness. Sometimes it is a sacred pause. It is the relief of saying no without guilt wrapping around your chest. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is survival dressed as wisdom. Heart's comfort listens without interrupting, without fixing, without judging. It allows your story to exist fully, messy chapters and all. Comes when anger finally rests, when resentment grows tired. Forgiveness then becomes possible, not for them, but for your peace. Comfort is trusting tomorrow again, after yesterday betrayed you. It doesn't demand blind faith, just a willingness to try. It shows up when grief softens, not gone, but gentler, like waves learning how to touch shore without tearing everything apart. Heart's comfort lives in routine miracles, heartbeat, breath, sunrise. Small proofs that life continues, even when motivation does not. It encourages patience with healing, because wounds close at their own speed. Ripping off emotional bandages only delays the recovery. Comfort is seeing value in rest, not as laziness but restoration. The soul, like the body, needs moments of doing nothing. Heart's comfort speaks kindly to failure, asking what it came to teach. Every mistake carries a lesson, even when it arrived wrapped in pain. It grows stronger through self-respect, through boundaries drawn with care. Not everyone deserves access to your most fragile places. Comfort lives in slow forgiveness of self, for staying too long, for trusting too much. You were doing your best with what you knew then. It is the peace of letting others misunderstand you, without needing to explain your heart. Those meant to know will recognize your truth. Heart's comfort does not fear quiet success, progress that no one applauds. Healing does not need an audience, only sincerity. It arrives when you stop fighting yourself, when inner wars finally cease. The heart becomes a ceasefire zone, and rest feels possible again. Comfort is allowing joy to return, without suspicion or fear. Happiness is not betrayal of pain, it is proof of survival. It lives in gratitude without denial, thankful even while still hurting. Two truths can coexist, and comfort makes room for both. Heart's comfort is choosing life daily, not because it's easy, but because your existence still matters deeply. It believes in your becoming, even when you feel unfinished. Growth is a lifelong conversation, not a final destination. Comfort is knowing this chapter is not the book, this storm not the sky. Your story is still unfolding, and gentler pages are ahead.